I don't know, war films or about art or a documentary on a specific subject, how do you market that film to that specific audience? I think that is the way that filmmakers might want to approach film, selling their films, or distributing their films, because it's hard when you have like, I don't know, 100 films a month, or every week you have like at least 12 films that open in New York and LA. So all those films need an audience. So how do you find that right audience? So that's the challenge, I think, finding the audience for that.
Targeting the audience, basically.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, that's the challenge. Of course, you need to get the money to finance your film, but there's always if you have the passion and you find the right sponsors or investors to finance your film, it could be done. But then once you've done it, you won't be able to see it. That's what you want to do. You don't want to keep it. You want to you want to send it to festivals, and you want to you want
to get it out there. Yeah. But even to submit it to festivals, it takes money.
Correct.
You cannot send it to every single festival there is, because once you get in this way, you're going that way. You want to target the main festivals, obviously.
Of course.
But it's going to be a budget for that too.
Correct. And then of course there's also specific festivals. There's festivals that only show documentaries. There are festivals that focus on like genre films, like horror or science fiction. There's festivals that focus on the cinema of a country. So it's tough, but it has to be passion.
It's got to be the passion and the love. So let's talk about, what are you doing in New York, Carlos? Because that's something that I would ask in the first place, but we got carried away. What are you doing in the city?
I came to New York to cover the New York Film Festival, which is happening. It's actually over Sunday, I believe, at the Lincoln Center, so nearby. Have
you seen stuff that you like?
Yeah, I've seen several films that I liked. We saw Foxcatcher today, which is a film with Channing Tatum and Steve Carell. Great story. I saw a lot of foreign films. I saw a film from France, Saint Laurent. 2 Days, One Night with Marion Cotillard, which is an amazing film. And so there's great things, and it had been running for 2 weeks, started September 26th. So they had Gone Girl, which is a film with Ben Affleck, directed by David Fincher. So they have a mix of documentaries, foreign films, and
And you seen a film with Phoenix as well, correct?
Inherent Vice, yeah. Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, which it's kind of like the one film that people were waiting for at the festival, and I personally liked it. I thought it was great. I think he's a great filmmaker. Some people have issues with it, but with films, that's the thing. Everyone has an opinion when it comes to art or films. So that's what I think. It's important that there's different voices in criticism as well, because I might not like it, but there's always, for every film, even if it's the most hated film, there's always a good review. There's someone out there that liked it.
There's a lot of things that I wanted to ask you, like cutting to the chase, right? Cutting right to the chase. Let's talk turkey. What makes a good movie? Like, what makes a good story? What makes a good film, in your opinion? Like, going to the basics. When you go to the movies, I'm going to sit down here for 3 hours. Let me take my notes. Okay, I'm going to have a great time. I'm going to bore myself to death. Okay, God damn it. What makes a story compelling, in your opinion? What excites you about a film? What turns you off about a film?
I think what turns me on about a film, what I really like, it's originality. It has to be something that you have not seen 100 million times, And if it's something that we've seen many times, it has to be done in a different way, stylistically, So what you always look for, what at least I look for, is originality. Something
it's got to be original, fresh.
It has to be fresh, yeah. And exactly the opposite will put me off. Something cliche, something that we've seen a million times. Bad acting is number one.
Bad acting is a bitch. Oops, I just said that. I hate that. I just hate it when actors get too... I'm not going to say names, but I tell you, I was flipping channels last night, and I was so tired, and I said, I'm looking forward to do my show tonight. I'm going to see with my girl, Kelly, my dear friend who's co-hosting in Spanish. Would like to do this. This is fun. And I was flipping channels, getting ready for this interview, Carlos. And I go to HBO Latino. There's a lot of productions there. And Argentina has great films. Like I said, there's great talent everywhere. But I seen a movie that I found the actors so...
Would it?
Yeah, like so big. Overacted. That in fact, Tercera Llamada. That's the name of the film.
That's a Mexican film.
Yeah.
It is.
I found it.
I've seen it.
You seen it?
I saw it. It opened a festival back in the day.
I found it a little bit, for a moment, I said, ouch. It was a little bit. So you don't know if it's a style, because I don't know, like I love movies, I love directors, and I love the craft, but sometimes I find the actors